Hey Gemini, welcome guys. I hope you're having a great day so far. So I got a fun idea today. So I'm super nosy. I always want to know what people are thinking, what people are feeling, and I feel like you guys are this way too, at least in the respect that you're curious about what other people think and feel about you. And like I said, I just want to know. So I'm freaking nosy as hell. So we're going to use these secret love messages cards, but we're not going to limit them to romance. Today, we're going to leave them open to the powers that be so that anybody's thoughts can come through. So this might be someone in relation to romance, even an ex, or this could be speaking of a coworker. This could be speaking of a family member, a friend, a boss. This could even be speaking to spirit. We are even going to allow spirit to come through in these cards today and perhaps say something that they wish they would have said while they were here in the physical world. So we'll find out what somebody's thinking, and then we're going to use the rider deck to clarify who it is. That's how you're going to know who's thinking this, because it's going to talk about the situation that this person is in, that perhaps they were in with you. That's going to be your tip off. So let's see what we got. We got a couple cards. This one for sure wants to be your card, and then we had a few more too. So let's get started with the one that wanted to pop out first. So being together with you means hurting other people. I'm just not ready to deal with all the consequences. I wonder what this person had going on. Obviously, you weren't the only person in their life. There was some other interpersonal things that they were dealing with at the time. I want to take care of you, but I can't right now because of money problems. I feel weak and lack confidence. I can't be what you need. Interesting. So they are dealing with a lot of their own insecurities, a lot of their own baggage, and perhaps other people in their life and interpersonal issues that they need to sort out. I'm coming back to you when I'm ready to give you the love you deserve. I don't know what kind of a reception you're going to get, but we will see. Everything always happens for a reason. That's how I know that this separation was all planned to bring us closer together in the end. So this is what they're feeling, guys. That doesn't mean that when they come wandering back, if they come wandering back, you're going to be in a forgiving mood. This is just how they are feeling. Let's see who this is and find out all about the situation. So we have the Moon card. So the Moon card can represent everything happening for a reason, how everything is all interconnected. It can speak of things that are still meant to happen that will only happen when the time is right, how everything is interconnected. Okay, as I have the distinct impression that this card is like a lie to themselves, some bullshit that they tell themselves to justify other shit. Whatever they got going on and with their behavior, it was not like some higher purpose. It's like it's their way of making whatever they did okay and not just to you. This is referring to other people in their life too. It's like they had they created some big shitstorm and lots of people got hurt in their wake, and they're trying to make it seem to themselves, as the impression that I distinctly get from the cards, like it was all part of a reason. It's okay because it'll all work out in the end. I don't know about this one, guys. Well, yeah, then we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands can represent communication. It can represent travel. It can represent a swift change, but it is in reverse as well. As communication, this person's communicating stupid shit to themselves. They're not willing to look at some sort of an inner truth and recognize their own behavior, take ownership of it, and how they hurt other people. The Queen of Wands in reverse. So the Queen of Wands, as she represents that passion, that ambition, that drive. When she speaks to someone, she can represent somebody who's a fire sign. Wands can represent a fire sign. So that's an Aries, a Leo, or a Sag, possibly. But this person is feeling blocked. They're feeling blocked from this Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the one who wanted more. This passion, this ambition, and this drive. This might be in relation to you. This might be in relation to this card and somebody else in their life, because you were not the only one in this situation who they fucked over. They were doing this with a few people. They hurt a few people in all of this. I have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords represents moving from stormier times to calmer ones in their life. This might be them trying to transition. Maybe they're moving away from other people. Because I feel like there was someone else inside. There's some other group of people or one other person involved in their life that they should not have walked away from at the time that they did to start something up with somebody else. There was unfinished business there. I feel like they are moving away from whatever that was now. That situation, those people, they are stepping away from that situation to find. It's not even healing or clarity. It's just open to something new now. The Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands represents feeling overwhelmed or overburdened. This is definitely speaking to the impact that their behavior had on others. And I don't feel like they're communicating it to themselves. I don't feel like they truly grasp the gravity of what they did to others, how it affected other people, because I think it's really overwhelming. I think there's a part of them that can see it, but when they start to feel it and see how uncomfortable it is and that they were in the wrong, I think they tend to block it and stop communicating it to themselves. And then we go back to this bullshit of everything happens for a reason. This was all meant to be. It's part of a grander scheme, instead of they just acted like an asshole. See what we got. I have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles does represent good news on the way, and that of a financial nature. So this would tie into them going through a rough time financially, and that's possibly about to change. And I almost wonder if when this comes about, you aren't going to hear from them again. The Fool card. The Fool card does represent a new perspective. It also represents taking a leap of faith. I never get this impression from the Fool card, but I have the distinct impression this person's kind of a fucking airhead. Like, they're like in La La Land. Like, they're denying this shit to themselves, the impact that their behavior had on others. And they're like some big victim, and this is all meant to be. And when the money situation changes, they're just going to come skipping back to you in this la 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 attitude. Super blasé about everything that happened. Or really no fucking sniff, or just not willing to admit it to themselves, because I feel like there's a part of them that kind of knows, but they shut it up real quick when it starts beaking at them. When their conscience starts going, they just shut it up, and then they pour this crap out that it was meant to happen. Everything happens for a reason. This is all part of some grand scheme in my life plan, that I was supposed to act like a jerk to a bunch of people instead of doing things the right way. Yeah, I have a feeling that is what they're going to get in more than a few situations. So the Seven of Pentacles represents an abundant harvest, but we have it in reverse. So not willing to put the work in, not attaining the abundant harvest that we're hoping for, but it's because we didn't do the work. We're blocked from that abundant harvest. We're not doing the work. This person's not admitting this shit to themselves. These personal truths, they're keeping them hidden. They're not recognizing how they actually affected other people. And beyond that, it's the stuff that happened in the past. And not just with you, but with these other people that were involved. They created a shitstorm in more than one spot. And the Tower card. And this is not about you. This Tower card is not about you. This is about this. So before this happened, they came to you. And then for whatever reason, if you found out about something else that they had going on, or they just walked away because of something else they had going on, then they had this Tower card. This Tower card represents a sudden ending. Sometimes it's unexpected. You know what? They seem a little diluted, so it could have been unexpected to them. I think the rest of us would probably see this shit coming. I keep getting pulled back to the Fool card, like head in the clouds, la la la. Like, oh, they're shocked that they stepped away from this situation, that they still had all these people going on in responsibilities, to emotional responsibilities, and they went over and tried to start something else and fucked that up, and then came back and just expected everything to be peachy keen, and oh, what, it's not? You have hurt feelings now? Fucking surprise, surprise. And to them it was a surprise. I don't know what this person's problem is. They got their head pretty far up their ass, this one. And they feel very sorry for themselves. We have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords represents feeling trapped or stuck in negative emotions or thoughts, so much so that you have trouble finding clarity. Obviously, there is no clarity here. We have a Rebel deck card that says something about it's dark and you can't see a thing. Get your head out of your ass pronto. That's the advice that this person needs. I get the distinct impression from these cards. This person has their head so far up their ass. They think it's all about money. Like it's somehow when their money situation gets fixed, they can come back to you and everything's going to be peachy keen. And they just haven't got a fucking sniff about what their real problem was. And the problem is them. It's the way that they go through life. It's the way that I have the distinct impression they don't take other people into account. So when they come back, because I feel like their financial situation is changing and you might be hearing from them again soon, and you're going to have definitely a decision to make here, guys. Alrighty, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed your read and have a great rest of your day. Take care.